Our reporter Anna-Katrin has already travelled more than 300 kilometres along the romantic road. The southern part of this route is known locally as Pfaffenwinkel, or Pastor's Corner, because it is packed with almost 160 churches and many monasteries. Anna-Katrin is covering the last part of her journey in an old 1957 Volkswagen.
My grandfather also had a Beetle like this, and in the 50s and 60s my grandparents took a lot of tours along the romantic road, and I remember that they especially liked the section down here in the south of Germany.
The area further south is called Königswinkel, or King's Corner. It's famous for its castles and palaces. Among these are the world-famous Neuschwanstein Castle and Hohenschwangau Castle. This is where Bavaria's King Ludwig II spent his childhood. His father had Hohenschwangau rebuilt in the style of an English castle. Ludwig shared his father's passion for architecture and built his dream castle, Neuschwanstein, on the hill opposite. But which one should tourists visit?
I would like visitors to take the time to see both palaces, because if they see Hohenschwangau Castle, where King Ludwig grew up, they'll understand Neuschwanstein Castle better.
For many, this fairy tale castle is one of the most romantic places on Earth. That's why many couples from Asia decide to tie the knot against the backdrop of the Alps lake near Neuschwanstein, sometimes in a group, like these young Chinese. Our reporter also wants to take a look around the famous castle that was built in 1884. Neuschwanstein was inspired by Ludwig II's idea of a medieval castle. The building cost Bavaria dearly, but inspired many people, such as Hollywood film producer Walt Disney, who based his Cinderella castle and the company logo on the palace. King Ludwig only lived there for a few months. It was opened to the public just 7 weeks after his death in 1886 in order to raise funds for the estate, which was in debt.
It's the most famous castle in the world. There are replicas in many other places, but visitors come here first. It's a very important place.
The castle is romantic looking and reminds you of the olden times. It's just very like Cinderella type.
Ludwig's fairy tale castle draws more than 1 million tourists each year from all around the world and is one of Germany's best-known tourist destinations. Every single room was designed by the monarch. For around 2 decades, the king was the biggest employer in the region. Every day, some 200 people came to work on the building site.
He created his own world, a mystical world, a mysterious world. Ludwig was also enigmatic himself, and that's why he created this domain no one else was allowed to enter.
Originally, the castle was meant to have 200 different rooms, but only 15 were ever finished. The rest are still empty. King Ludwig was fascinated by old Germanic sagas and the composer Richard Wagner, who made these tales come alive in his operas.
So now we're going into a grotto the king had built. The stalactites were constructed with plaster and wire. And this cavern is meant to represent the Venus mountain in the opera Tannhäuser. So the cave looks like right out of a fairy tale.
It's pretty difficult to spot the exit. Anna-Katrin's trip takes her down into the very southern tip of Germany, to Fuessen in the Allgäu region, which is only 5 kilometers from the Austrian border. Situated more than 800 meters above sea level, Fuessen is the highest town in Bavaria. And at this gateway is also where the romantic road comes to an abrupt end. But our reporter's journey is not yet over. She wants to get another perspective on the road she has traveled. So she's decided to take a cable car up the 1,700-meter high Tegelberg mountain.
Down there you can see a little piece of the romantic road which I traveled this week, and I have to say it still deserves its name because my voyage was definitely romantic.